Hello and welcome to my channel. In this math video tutorial, we want to solve this partial fraction. And what is the first thing we need to do? Firstly, we need to observe the equation if it is a proper or improper fraction. If you expand this denominator, you notice that you definitely have the highest degree of x to be 2, which is obviously greater than that of the one we have on the numerator. So that makes it a proper fraction. So now when we look at the denominator, this is what we call repeated denominator of a linear function. So in that case, we want to simplify that to become 1 minus 2x all squared eventually become a assigned to the first one, which is 1 minus 2x, plus b assigned to this same 1 minus 2x all squared. So this is what we call repeated linear factor. Now if you do not understand this, let me do a pre-introduction. You know in your basics, a squared is a times a. But in partial fraction, when we see something like this, we don't treat it as duplicating this into 2. Instead, we just have a for the first one and b assigned to the second one as the increasing power. Or if I have a to the power of 3, we'll assign a to the first letter, b, a constant, to the second power of a, and then plus c all over a cubed. That's how we do it in partial fractions. So literally, if I have 1 minus 3x all raised to the power of 4, I will have a into 1 minus 3x plus b into 1 minus 3x all squared plus c into 1 minus 3x all cubed. I hope you grab the pattern. So that's essentially what you need to do in this case. So the more we'll be solving more problems, the more we solve more problems, you will still see the different formation of these partial fraction problems. So what do we need to do? By the time you multiply the whole of this equation by 1 minus 2x all squared, you notice that this will cancel out with that expression, left alone with x minus 7. If you don't understand that, what I mean is that if you multiply the whole of this with 1 minus 2x all squared, it means that this will multiply everything you're having on the denominator. If this cancel out with this particular one, this is what we have remain in the numerator, which is equal to, if this cancels out with this can only reduce one of it. So what will be left is a multiplying by 1 minus 2x plus, if this cancels out with b, with this one, what will be left is just b. Remember that this cancels out with this is 1 minus 2x all squared, and this is just 1 minus 2x. So we have this 1 minus 2x 2 times. So one of it will cancel this, remaining 1 minus 2x. So this a multiplied by the remaining 1 minus 2x will give us a times 1 minus 2x. Again, if this one cancels out with this, 1 will be remaining, so b times 1 is b. Hope that is clear. So the next thing you need to do, at this point, cover up method may not work, because if you think of a number to replace x so that the whole of this becomes 0, it will make b to be 0 and it will make this to be 0. So in such case, we use what we call equating of coefficients. But before you equate coefficient, you need to use this a to expand through the bracket. So we have 8x minus 7 equal to a times 1 will be a minus a times 2x will be 2ax plus b. So this is where you will need to do what we call equating of coefficient. Or just say equating coefficient. So how do we equate coefficients? So you notice that this particular term contains x, and this particular term also contain x, so we just equate those terms that contain x to each other, and this negative sign is going with this, so we have minus 2ax. So let's make this looks fine before we proceed. This x will definitely cancel because they are equal to each other, so 8 will be equal to minus 2a. Remember that we are looking for a basically, which is the constant, and also b. So if you divide both sides by the coefficient of a, which is minus 2x, minus 2, therefore a will be equal to minus 8 divided by 2, that will be 4. And again, from this equation, you'll notice that this a and b doesn't contain x, and 7 also, minus 7 does not contain x. That literally means that a plus b will be equal to minus 7 by equating the one that does not contain x to each other. So this is what we have. And of course, you know that we've gotten the value of a to be minus 4. You replace minus 4 here, plus b equal to minus 7. And here we have b to be equal to minus 7. If minus 4 crosses the sign of equality, it changes to positive 4. So therefore, b will be equal to minus 7 plus 4 will definitely give minus 3. So therefore, a is equal to minus 4 and b is equal to minus 3. So let's substitute these values into the original problem where we assign the constants a and b. Look at it somewhere here. Alright, so what we need to do at this point is to say that 8x minus 7 over 1 minus 2x all squared will be equal to, in the position of a, we'll replace it with the value of a, the position of b, we'll replace it with the value of b, and the value of a here is minus 4 over, denominator we have there was 1 minus 2x, and then we are supposed to have a positive sign, but remember that b is negative 3, so the negative will affect the positive that is supposed to be here, and that changed to negative. Then you have 3 all over, the value we have here was 1 minus 2x all squared. So we were able at this point to resolve this fraction into partial fraction. I hope you found this video helpful. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you receive notification when I upload new video, and please like this video. And if it interests you to show it to your friends and loved ones, share. That's no deal, just share it. Thank you very much.